Well, hey guys. So we just got started doing spring tillage, and I'm in the planter right now. Got our 8230 on it. So I'm gonna go down and start planting a couple fields for my uncle that he just got done disking. So it's a little ways south, so I'm gonna get on the road. Okay, so I forgot to film it, but I got out, I unlocked it down there so I could set it down, and now that it's down, I can unfold it the rest of the way. And now I'm going to get going with planting. We typically run the opposite of the corrugates, so we'll pull the points off the ditch here and then just start making our way that way. Okay, well, I'm rolling now. I've done a couple passes. So this is one of the easiest jobs that I think we have. That we do. The biggest thing is just making sure it's all planting, because in my last video you saw I had to go out and replant some triticale because the planter quit working, and that's why you just watch closely, and then you don't have to worry about doing that. I have it set up where it downshifts and lowers the planter and shifts me back up to speed all by itself. So I don't have to do very much. I just run the steering wheel. And then I have to push the switch to activate all the shifting and raising and lowering. But other than that, I just sit here and go back and forth. Typically we run against the corrugates because, well, it's smooth enough to do it. A lot of times the field is longer the other way. The fields typically are shorter and wider. This one's a pretty good square, so it doesn't really matter, but anyways, that's just how we've always done it, so that's how we do it, no matter the field. Lowers it down, switch it back up. So, doing 6 miles an hour with a 30-foot drill. This thing does cover ground really fast. So, I've got to finish this field, and then there's one in the very back down there. Got to do, or it's just half of the back field. And then I got one more field up there ways that I gotta do, and then we'll have to reload, and that'll be all for my uncle, so I'll start it on my dad's. So that might be tomorrow because it's 7:30 now, and it'll probably be dark and probably like 9 o'clock by the time I'm done with all this stuff. So I'm not planning on starting on my dad's today. I gotta hope that the disc stays ahead of me, because I have a friend who worked for my dad last year just as an irrigator, and this year we're going to teach him how to drive tractors. So my dad thought that the disc would probably be the easiest thing to start him on, so he's in the disc with our new case tractor. So he's got to stay ahead of me, so I think it might be a good thing that I don't start on my dad's tonight. Okay, so a little bit later, I've just got that much left, so probably got 2 passes there. Then I gotta make 2 passes up that side and 2 passes up the other side. And nice thing about going against the corrugates like this is at least the top's done. The top's always the hardest because that's the ditch you really got to be careful of. Nothing else really matters how close you get to it. I mean, to an extent anyways. So I'm gonna probably run up the side here and get moved to the next field. Okay, well I just finished that field, and because of the fact that in order to get to the backfield I have to cross the ditch in 2 places. Yeah, I have to fold up because it's barely wide enough for the tractor, so it's not going to be able to handle the unfolded drill. So I'm going to fold up. Up. Go. Now we can into the field. Okay, so this is why I had to fold up, because there's one other one that I went over. See, it's not much wider than the tractor. So anyways, you can see only from here has been disked. So this is all I'm planting. That's gonna go into beans. So yeah, I'm gonna head down, unfold. I like to come back on the ditch because I am more comfortable looking out of this side than this side. So I'd rather come back. Okay, well now I've done everything from this rock pile to the fence line right there and everything beyond it. So I'm gonna come around this rock pile here, and then I'll get back on my GPS line, and I've just got from here to the bottom. GPS again, and get back up to 6 miles an hour. And away we go. So, probably only like 20 minutes left here. I don't know if you can see, you can't really see the field, it's getting too dark, but just a little bit left here, and then I'll head up and do the last field of the night. Then that'll be all for my uncle, and we'll start it on my dad's tomorrow. Okay, well I just finished that over there, so I'm going to fold up again. And then I gotta head a couple miles north do another 10-acre field. All these fields have been about 10 acres, I think. So that just shows a couple videos ago when I was ripping that big 135-acre field. I'm not used to that. I'm used to 10, 20-acre fields. I'm done in an hour or a little more. So yeah. anyways, I'm gonna head up that way a couple miles and get set up in the next field. Okay, I just got set up in the next field. I'm actually gonna go with the corrugates to this one because this one's not square, it's actually long instead of wide. So my uncle thought it'd be okay to go with the corrugates on this one. So I'm gonna do that. That's gonna make it go a little faster because less turning around. But anyways, now the only thing to watch will just be seed. Make sure I don't run out, which I shouldn't. But yeah, one more field. They're about halfway across the field now, so hopefully in another half hour we'll be out of here. So it's definitely nicer going on these long runs. Don't have to turn around here as much. So yeah. Okay guys, well I finished the field, but I thought I'd tell you the exciting part here at the end. So I was just going along this end, I was heading up to the top of the field, and so there's this pickup that comes down the road back here, and instead of continuing straight down the road, he starts to turn into this driveway, which there's a house right there. So I thought, oh, he's just going, well, he missed the driveway and went through this little ditch and into the field. And you can, yeah, maybe you can't see, it's kind of dark on the camera, but he's ended up in this field, and I can see kind of the ruts that he made. Luckily, and so I was right there, and I thought for sure he was gonna hit me. I was all ready to turn out into the field and head. Oh, my camera's fuzzy. Oh well, you can't see anything anyways. So anyways, I was all ready to take off that way, but luckily this powdered dirt here slowed him up. But then, if my camera will focus. Okay, I fixed the camera. Anyways, you can kind of see here these squiggle marks. It's because he went all the way down there, about there, went back through the ditch, almost hit this speed limit sign right there, but he backed up, and then he did a burnout all the way down the road, and he came up right kind of under the tractor, and then right here he almost went in the ditch again, so he got out of it and took off down the road. So yeah, that's, I'm gonna tell you right now, I think that's one of the scariest moments I've had, because it's not normal for a random vehicle to drive in your field and follow you and be drifting back and forth in the powder and almost hit you. So yeah, that was definitely the most exciting part of my day. But exciting, not in a good way. But anyways, luckily he left, and the planter is not all bent up in the back by a pickup hitting it. So anyways, I'm going to now take this tractor and the planter back to the shop, put it inside for the night, and hopefully tomorrow we can get a lot done, and hopefully by then I will not be all freaked out anymore. So anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.